After watching many TED Talks, I stumbled upon Sam Burns and his philosophy for happiness. As he shared his story and outlook, an internal dialogue began to surface, an argument within myself questioning what does it take deep down for a person to be happy and healthy in spite of life's challenges and rewards. If a person can be happy and less stressed by adapting a carefree, light-hearted, simple way of living without the need of mass amount of power and wealth. As the great philosopher Henry David Thoreau once said, wealth is the ability to fully experience life, meaning that living life to the full is the most valuable thing a person can do in life. Sam Burns was a 17-year-old boy whose life was taken away too quickly because of a rare disease he was born with called progeria. Progeria is a rare and fatal rapid aging disease in children, which affects 1 in 4 million births. A child with progeria ages 7 to 8 times faster than the healthy human being. Other effects related to this illness are stunted growth, lack of weight gain, and possible heart disease. There are approximately only 100 known cases currently worldwide. The average life expectancy of a child affected by progeria is 13 years. Yet, although living with such an unfortunate disease and many obstacles along the way, Burns delved into his inner self and figured out what would truly make him content, thus coming across to me as happier, full of life and drive than the healthiest people I come across every day. When asked by NPR's John Hamilton, what is the most important thing people should know about you? Sam simply answered, I have a very happy life. Although Burns lived such a short life, he made sure to immerse himself with things he loved and enjoyed doing. In the first part of his philosophy, Burns says, I'm okay with what I ultimately can't do because there is so much I can do. When he couldn't play the snare drum with the high school marching band, due to his low 50-pound weight and heavy musical equipment, he found a way around and resorted to having a drum made specifically for him. Overcoming what proved to be such an obstacle for him made him happy. A 1985 article in the LA Times titled, Oldest Survivor of Rare Aging Disease, Meg Casey, 29, dies after an eloquent struggle, also centered around progeria. Like Burns, Meg Casey was a victim of progeria, yet she did everything that made her happy. The writer of the article, Bulk A. Folkart, described Casey as shy she was not, either at earning a living or as a freelance artist, or as a spokesman for the handicapped. That she survived childhood at all was a monument to her feisty nature. Although Casey had many obstacles facing her, she achieved what was near impossible for her physical condition. Like Burns, she pushed her available physical limits and lived a fulfilled, happy life. So why is it that many people, when faced with obstacles, start whining and moaning about them instead of overcoming them? Or people who cannot achieve or obtain something, then try to gain the happiness that specific matter would have given them in another way, say for example, in a materialistic way. A 2014 article from the Daily Mail, It's Official, Money Can't Buy Happiness, explores the research into materialistic happiness. With the outcome, research has found some shoppers, whether they buy material items or life experiences such as tickets to the theater or holidays, are no happier following the purchase than they were before. Sadly, many people nowadays seem to think that their wealth is also more important than their health. It is true that money makes the world go round, but if a person is suffering from a terminal illness, as for example progeria or a form of cancer, yes, money will be able to buy them the best treatments possible. However, no monetary value can buy a healthy body back. In a 2014 Wall Street Journal article, the writer Andrew Blackman says, wealth alone doesn't provide any guarantee of a good life. He delves into a study of the value of experiences versus the value of material possessions, conducted by Professor Ryan Howell of San Francisco State University. Howell finds in the study that people think that experiences are only going to provide temporary happiness, but they actually provide both more happiness and more lasting value. Planning goals and experiences can help us and add value to our life, much more than materialistic things can. Howell discovers when people looked back at their purchases, they realized that the experiences actually provided better value. Additionally, in a recent paper by Professor Gilovich of Cornell University, he and his colleagues showed that we also get more pleasure out of anticipating experiences than anticipating the acquisition of material things. I believe the economy and the need for monetary wealth is the biggest factor in the cause of stress. Stress may lead to poor mental and physical health. Many people are working themselves to the ground, attempting to push their working boundaries in order to attempt to achieve wealth while neglecting family and friends. They are living for the future instead of for the moment, making money the number one priority in their life, highlighting the truth to the quote, "Money costs too much," by the great poet Ralph Waldo Emerson. Money can't buy happiness. In Burns' second philosophy, he introduces the elements that make up his positive environment. Burns proclaims, "I surround myself with the people I want to be with." He speaks of how circling himself with people I want to be with, people of high quality, he is able to feel a more confident influence in his life. Some people have that one toxic person in their life. It could be the co-worker who's envious, the one who drinks and parties too much, or the friend who jumps in and out of unhealthy relationships. Sometimes it's not only one singular person, but also the environment people allow themselves to be in or the situations they place themselves in. These kinds of situations and people can bring negativity into the life of someone who is content, dragging them down. A negative person could also be a family member who doesn't appreciate one for the person they are.
You shall not go to the ball.
I strongly support this aspect of Sam Burns' philosophy. My belief is that by cutting out toxic beings from one's life, a person can live and thrive in a more positive energy. And by surrounding oneself with happier, successful people can stimulate a healthy drive and positive outlook in life. Since getting rid of some negative people who were lingering around me like the three fates from the underworld, I personally feel like my life is less stressful.
We knew you would be.
We know everything.
Past, present, and future. Indoor plumbing. It's gonna be big.
So this analogy must be true, that if I surround myself only with people I enjoy being with, I will be one step closer on the path of happiness. Yet, I understand that some may find the process of disbanding themselves from certain kind of people, many times due to guilt, feelings and compassion, a hard process to do. If they allowed themselves just a little separation from this negativity, they could possibly start to experience the euphoria of true happiness. Sam also pushes the importance of true appreciation and love amongst family and friends. The people we surround ourselves with, they are a very real aspect of everyday life. They can make a truly significant positive impact. Sam's third aspect to his philosophy is keep moving forward. By setting himself goals and events to look forward to, Sam kept his life chugging forward full speed. Nowadays, we have so many distractions. The need to want more and to match up to our peers often will send a person down an aggressive path consumed by greed. We all have to live and we all have jobs we sometimes are not up to doing. But if we maybe applied a little of Sam's philosophy to our life, adding little things we look forward to, whether it be the release of a sequel of a book we enjoyed reading, a long walk with someone we love, a holiday in the sun, then we would be happier. What makes me smile the most is the welcome experience I get from my dogs, Teddy and Cruella, the moment I step into my house. A bad day can usually be wiped out in an instant, or at least forgotten for a while, by the smile on their faces, little knobtail wagging, and endless loyal affection they give me. The silliest, smallest experiences can bring pleasure and happiness to a person's day. For example, when I wake up in the morning, I walk to my coffee machine like a zombie. When I switch the machine on, it is not the anticipation to drink the coffee that I look forward to. Instead, what wakes me up is the anticipation of knowing that once my Nespresso machine starts pouring the coffee, my whole apartment will smell of the beautiful aroma the coffee exudes. Little experiences as such can help the day start wonderfully. Life would be so much easier if we all had such happy moments to look forward to, instead of the most expensive bag or car. We must only realize that experience brings much more to the table than material things can. I chose this TED Talk because it truly opened my eyes. I realized how lucky I am to have my full health and the ability to be able to do anything I truly put my mind to. Burns' philosophy made me look and analyze the people I surround myself with, whether they are positive influence or negative one. Whenever I feel a little down or feel like there is something I can't do, I think about Burns and his philosophy. He has taught me to become more appreciative of experiences and grateful for my health. He made me understand that most obstacles can be overcome with effort and a positive outlook.